I'm really impressed with all of them. I love them. You know, it's like my new family.
I want to get your first impressions of everybody. So since you have an entirely new crew, let's start out with Chef Natasha. What was your first impression of her?
She had a very positive, bubbly attitude, but I wasn't really sure until I tasted her food, and I was like blown away. And that continued all season. Yeah, she's an amazing chef.
Often, sometimes the chefs on Below Deck have big egos. Is that true of Natasha as well?
I think any good chef, it's almost like a performance. So I think any good chef they have to have a bit of that. They have to be a little bit of a diva because they have to have that self-confidence. What they're doing, there's a difference between being a chef and being a cook. You know, you can be a great cook, but you're not quite a chef. And so, yeah, I expect that, but she manages it really well. I've worked with some really, tough divas, and some are my really good friends, but they're not the easiest people to work with. And I felt she was pretty easy to work with.
Next one, Gary.
Gary, my first impression, well, when I first met him from his CV picture and the way he looked, I thought he was the deckhand. I didn't realize he was a mate. Took me a few minutes to go, oh, okay, you're the first mate. But I knew the guy I was expecting. He looked different than his CV. But Gary's great because he really knows the sailing. He's a very good sailor. And so I knew that I could relax a little bit, that I had a right-hand man there that could back me up and knew exactly when we see something. I don't have to explain it to him. He understands.
We do see his bare butt in the preview for the season. Is he a total party animal?
He's a little bit of a party animal for sure.
All right, next one, JeanLuc.
JeanLuc, I mean, he just blew me away how big he is. The guy's incredibly tall, but he's got a very positive attitude. I really like JeanLuc. He wanted to learn. I don't know that he and Gary got on perfectly, but I think they managed the season quite well and their department quite well. But yeah, he's a good guy. I really liked him. But
did you feel bad for him that he couldn't fit in the bunk?
Absolutely. I didn't hear about it immediately. And then it was like, we have to figure out a solution for that. But, because, it's hard enough with everything else, getting rest on a boat in the middle, people are coming and going and the boat's moving and the anchor's dropping, the thruster's going, so it's not easy. And then on top of that, if you don't fit in your bunk, my heart goes out to him.
Daisy.
Daisy's great. I think she managed her team really well. And I like her. I think she's got maybe a little bit of a wild side that doesn't come across right away. But no, I really like Daisy. She's awesome.
Did she live up to Jenna, better or worse?
Jenna was really good, but the whole thing with Adam and maybe her way of dealing with her department wasn't the best. It didn't work. Maybe with other people that type of hardcore would have worked, but it didn't. Daisy was a lot more. I think she had a lot more respect from the people that were working under her, and I think her style worked better.
Sydney.
Sydney's great. I love Sydney. She didn't have a lot of large super yacht experience, but she had a lot of sailing experience because she grew up on her folks' boat. And Gary needs to be on deck when certain things are happening, but I need somebody up on the fly bridge, like when we're setting sails and stuff, that I can rely on, that can quickly understand what I'm trying to do, because I don't have 4 arms, and I sometimes need them. So I need somebody else that can not just be my second set of arms, but also see what's happening and react. So I love Sydney for that. And I just like her personality also. She's a great person. Allie's great. She's bubbly, she's positive, she's strong, and she picks things up really quickly.
Dani.
Same thing. Dani was great, and I think she kind of took Allie under her wing a little bit, and which helps take the load off Daisy, because Daisy's got a lot of other stuff. And so I think Dani was kind of mentoring Allie, but Allie was really strong as a stew. I think they're both really good, Dani and Allie.
Yeah, I mean, normally Dani is a chief stew, but she took the job of second so she could party a little bit more. I mean, was that apparent to you?
Yeah, I mean, they were all party animals. Every opportunity they got, they enjoyed themselves. But they weren't, there was some crazy moments. There's going to be some crazy moments for sure. But I'm really impressed with all of them. I love them. It's like my new family.
Colin,
Colin's amazing. I was really nervous because I didn't have Byron there, and I think Colin had more experience on motor yachts, but he had a lot of sailing experience, but on his own boat. So that was kind of, I was like, well, is he going to be okay with the captive winches and everything like that, and all the systems we have, all the electronics that are involved in the sailing? And yeah, no, he was great. I was nervous when we first got started, but he was great, and I would definitely work with him again. Great personality, great guy. Yeah, we had a lot of fun.